Okay, y'all, I had to come on here. Um, I tried to do this live over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. So I had to come on here and I had to let y'all know I had some ideas. I've been having some ideas. First, let me say, while I was out and about, I had a lot of fun. I went to church, and one of my church members, paid for everybody. Everybody had a good time. We was out and about. Everybody went to go get something to eat at the church. I had fun. Saw some beautiful white men while I was out and about. Um, and I happened to go to Spencer's. I went to Spencer's. I haven't been to Spencer's in years. Um, I've been thinking about a lot of fun ideas that I can put um on my channel, and white man, should I say that? No, white men and black women are more than just a movement. To me, is more than just a movement. Um, you don't see color. I look at it as um a community. So us as an interracial community, I just been thinking of a lot of ideas to put on my channel when it comes to interracial couple, interracial married couple. I just want to make my channel way more fun because it's not a lot of people that subscribe to my channel that are like extremely young. You know what I'm saying? It's grown folks subscribe to my channel, of course. So I was thinking about, spicy, spontaneous, interracial Q&As. This is why I said I'm gonna be on other apps besides just YouTube because, when I get on here and I talk, it's not gonna always be um PG. It's not gonna always be um however you want to put it. It's not gonna always be like PG, like clean all the time. Like I'm like very raw and uncut, with my wine and all the rest of this stuff. And it's a lot of things that I enjoy talking about, want to talk about, need to talk about. And so I was in Spencer's and I was looking at all these Smiths stuff. And it was giving me ideas because I already had ideas. In the back of my head, I already knew what I wanted to do. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to like have it where, like interracial couple can um ask me any kind of spicy, spontaneous, um interracial questions, like a spicy, spontaneous, interracial Q&A. I think that'll be real fun, and I think people will enjoy that. Another thing is when it comes to the background and all that, because I love lights and stuff like that. Like I said, there will be lights in the background, LED lights in the background. There will be a lot of changes that I will be bringing to my YouTube channel, but most definitely, um, there are going to be a lot of explicit things that I'm going to be talking about, a lot of explicit topics. Grown folk stuff that go against YouTube guidelines, that go against YouTube. You get it? So, you know, there are a lot of things that I'm going to be talking about. There are a lot of things I'm going to be discussing and covering. But it's a lot of things that I talk about is not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be somewhere else in a whole nother space. And I just really just wanted to put that out there and push that. So I'm happy for um, all my black sisters that study, waking up. And, another thing is, When you finally have people that support you for what you do, it's a good feeling when people finally just support it. They may tease you about it, but they support it. You know, I mean, my mama already know. She already know that I am a divested black woman, and she respect that. Um, but I just wanted to get on here, and I just wanted to let y'all know that I've been thinking of so many ideas. It's so much that I want to do with my channel. It's so much fun stuff that I want to do for interracial couples, because like I said, interracial couples are not just, it's not just a movement. That's not just how I see it. You see no color. It's not just a movement. It's not just a movement, but it is a, a interracial community. And I am so happy for my black sisters that is study expanding their horizons. I love to see it and I love to hear it. Just now, too long ago, I got a video that I'm gonna show, and it's a black sister that is saying basically what she's saying is, I see all these black women that's happy with, you know, the right white men, the right ones in their life. They're happy, they're thriving, they got peace in their life. I'm missing out. I'm tired of missing out. I want me a Connor. I want me a Brad. I want me a Chad. And it's funny to me because she literally said this came out of her own mouth. She said that she is, I'm gonna put it like this. She basically said that she is tired of the Tyrones and she is fed up with them. She getting fed up with them. She want her a Connor. She need a Connor. She need a Brad, you know. Yeah. She need, you know, a Connor. She need a Brad, you know. She need she need all of that. You know, once when I see black women finally get tired of the Tyrones, it make me happy because there's more black women that's waking up to the dysfunction. There's more black women waking up to the dysfunction, and I love to see black women waking up to the dysfunction. They no longer being gullible and naive, weak minded. They no longer settling for the bare minimum. They no longer what they don't know their worth or their value anymore. And I'm happy to see it because black women always be the ones who go 50-50 and split bills with people. Always. Black women be the ones that can't keep their money. Okay. Black women deserve to get spoiled, get catered to. I love it. I love when I'm hearing more black women. They watching other black women and they seeing how other black women are getting treated by the Connors, by the Brads, as you would say. They like, I want to get that treatment. I want that treatment. Where they get them white man from? Where they got them white man from? Amazon, Temu. I want one. I'm gonna get me one of them. I see how they being valued. I see how they being respected. I see how they get they got peace in their life. They not stressed out. I see how they got peace. I see how they happy. I see how they thriving. I want that. I need that in my life. And you got a lot of black women that been raised loyal. You got a lot of black women that been raised loyal all their life and it didn't get them nowhere. And I love how a lot of black women that have been raised loyal for so long, I love the fact that they is finally leaving Tyrone's. It made me happy. It made me happy because me myself, like I tell people, I can't believe that I don't want to deal with Tyrone's no more, but I don't. I don't even want to be no baby mama to them. I don't want that life. I no longer want that life. I no longer desire that life. That life is not for me. I deserve a soft life, a soft life where I can just rest. And I love how a lot of black women is waking up to the struggle of, they waking up to the dysfunction. They waking up realizing they've been bamboozled for all these years. They've been lied to. They've been gaslit. They've been manipulated. They've been being controlled. They've been having dreams sold to them, getting their hopes up and their expectations. A lot of black women are not no longer settling for less. And they not going for the bare minimum no more. They not going for crumbs no more. They are choosing to date out. They are choosing to expand their horizons. You got black women who get their own passports, and they go across seas and do what they want to do with their passports, their business. Um, but I be happy to see a lot of black women that just don't no longer no longer settle for the bare minimum, no longer feel guilty or be guilt tripped or feel bad for feeling like they asking for too much or they require too much. I'm happy for a lot of black women that started waking up and that's just like, you know what, I'm finna date out of my race. I'm gonna expand my horizons. I'm finna to experience something new, something different in my life besides my own ethnicity of men. I'm finna see what else is out there because I haven't met that unicorn, that the unicorn yet. So I love how a lot of black women is putting their self first. They're being selfish and they're making themselves a priority. And no longer are too many black women are settling for less. Black women are waking up and black women are not settling for less. Black women are not going for the bare minimum. Black women are not doing that. They are not doing that no more. They just not. And I'm happy because every time on my For You page, I'm always seeing black women that's saying they see other black women. They see how other black women are happy or thriving in their relationships with their white men. And because most white men are so good to you and they make you feel so good and they treat you so good and they bring so much peace in your life, that is the reason why interracial marriages last so long. It's because most white men do not believe in getting a divorce. And this is why interracial marriages last so long with white men and black women, because white men do not believe in divorces. That's hard for most of them to do is divorce. I love to see black women stress free, drama free. You ain't got no headaches. You ain't got no migraines. I love to see black women that's thriving. I don't care if it's with a Chinese man. I don't care if it's with a Mexican. I don't care if it's with an Asian. If he make you feel good, and girl, if he bring peace in your life instead of chaos and drama and conflict and animosity and hatred, girl, be my guest. Keep that man. I don't care what color that man is. If that man make you feel good, that man make you happy, you better keep that man. Because some men are rare to find, just like some women are rare to find. Rare men, rare women. So, anyways, y'all, I had went to Spencer's. When I went to Spencer's, Spencer's gave me so many ideas. So many ideas. And this the thing. Both cultures are different. Both cultures are different. But the thing about being interracial, y'all can learn from each other. Y'all can learn from each other. But I'm happy to be able to say that there are so many black women that are waking up. There's so many black women that are waking up to the BS. They no longer going for the BS. They no longer is settling. And that makes me happy because there's too many black women out here that's still living in fear and they're scared to date other men. Which I empathize with them because that's you. They used to be me, but I'm not afraid to talk to other races of men anymore. But you still got some black women that is very afraid to talk to other races of men. But when I see black women who see the treatment, the difference, the treatment that you get, they're like, you know what? Maybe I should date out of my race. So when I see black women that be saying that they finna get them a white man, yeah, it make me happy because if being with your own man not making you happy, and if you haven't found the man that you're looking for in that race, it's time for you to try something different. If you haven't found that right person yet, then go ahead and do what you gotta do. Don't keep being race loyal and you haven't found what you're looking for because that's a lot of reasons why a lot of people why some people a lot of people they out of their race they feel like I'm not gonna keep being race loyal and I've been race loyal and I still haven't found what I'm looking for. So if you're not finding what you want, what you're looking for in a man, then you need to expand your horizons. And that's why I'm gonna show her video because her video is proving more and more that there are black women who are no longer being race loyal. It's too many black women that are being race loyal, telling people that they is not gonna leave their own ethnicity of men alone. You can miss me with that BS because I don't love them. Okay, I don't love them. Okay, I was raised loyal for I don't know how many years, and I didn't find what I was looking for, so I left, and don't regret it. And no, I'm not coming back. But anyway, some black women do. That's on them. But you know, a white man are my preference, my type. Um, I accept everything about them. Simple fact is, I don't have no problem with it because they accept everything about you. So, if they can accept you as a person and they accept everything about you and they like everything about you and they love everything about you, you should be able to be the same way towards them and keep that same energy. However, you do got a lot of black women that live in this delusion where they feel like you gotta be a pick me for your own ethnicity of man to choose you. They feel like you gotta, you know, be a slave. They feel like you gotta be a doormat for you to be with your own ethnicity of men. And it is plenty black women that I have seen in real life in person. You see these 1% black men that um the ones that you never met, but you see them when you out in public and you see them how they treat their women. You see how they value their women and they respect their women. Open the door for them and everything. And they open the door for other women too. And like I have told y'all, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, I never had, a black man to open the door for me. I would never say that. I never have said that. You have black men that will open the door for you. Some of them will, not all of them, but some of them. I have had black guys open the door for me. I have, but you know what's sad? Most of the black guys, most of the black guys who be what they call that them black unicorns, like I always say, those black unicorns, most of them, some of them talk to their own women. Some of them talk to all flavors. Um, you got the ones that's race loyal to only their women, and then you got the ones who like to talk to all different flavors. Them are the ones that mostly date out of their race, and them are the ones they don't be misogynistic. They don't hate their own women. They're not envious of their own women. They're not in competition with their own women or get intimidated or see their own women as a threat. However, they would rather be with, somebody who don't look like them or who don't have their futures. They just not going to admit it, but they feel more validated and they get more privilege when they is with somebody who don't look like them, which is white tea women. And that those 1% of black men, too many of them do not talk to black women. It's a small percentage of them that talk to black women. Most of them, they rather be with somebody who don't look like them and somebody who got more privilege than them. And that gives them that validation and acceptance and approval. So that's just how it is. Black women have to divest and black women have to leave Tyrone's where they at behind, and black women have to continue to elevate with growth on their own. Black women have to self-improve on their own. um Black women have to just walk away from it all. And that's what I had to realize I had to do. They say if you want better, you do better. If you want better, you do better. You want better, you live better. You want better, you act better. You want better, you dress better. I never been a hoochie mama like some black women, who is like that. And I'm not generalizing or categorizing because I don't do that. But I'm saying I never been a hoochie mama. You got hoochie mamas out here. I used to show skin. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I used to, when I was dealing with, you know, all different kind of Tyrones, I used to show a little skin, but I never showed skin like that. Like for example, like I never wore stuff where you could see my private parts and all the rest of that stuff. I never wore see through, um stuff real naked. Like, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and try to act like, that what I'm saying, a little bit I didn't used to dress provocative. I did a little bit. I did. But I always been the type of black woman who keep myself covered up. I always have covered myself up. I always have covered myself up. Um, but I noticed when I started dressing a little different, and this is the truth, y'all. This is the ungodly truth. I used to think that black women was just talking. When you start dressing a certain way, you attract certain men when you dress a certain way. When I started covering myself up a little bit more, I attract white men. The way that I used to dress versus how I dress now when I wear certain things or I wear stuff or I'm just out and about and I'm out in public, I attract dusties. And that made me think like, oh, so this is true. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. Shira actually said this when I used to watch Shira. Shira was telling black women, when you dress a certain way, you're gonna attract a certain man. This is nothing but the truth because I've been experiencing it. So all that time when I used to dress the way I used to dress a little bit, that wasn't doing nothing but attracting Tyrones, which are dusties. I was attracting dusties. Even if you're not trying to attract them, you will attract dusties. Even if you're not trying to, if you're wearing something too provocative, that's how you attract them. Literally, if you keep yourself covered up, you're not gonna attract them like that. You're gonna attract some other kind of dude. You're gonna attract other men. You're gonna attract a white man or any other race. Period. You're gonna attract a different caliber of a man. When you got it got everything to do with how you dress. How you dress is what you're gonna attract. And that's something that I have noticed. You know, it never happened to me where I'm out in public and a white man just opened the door for me. Just open the door for me. That never happened to me. Like that was the first time when I told y'all that a white man opened the door for me. That was the first time that ever happened. Ain't no white man ever opened no door for me. They have always been nice to me, have flirted with me, have always have, carried conversations with me and all the rest of the stuff and have tried to do things for me, but they never have opened the door for me. That's when I really knew that it had to be something different about me. It had to really be a change on how I dress versus how I used to dress. Because when you dress a certain way, certain men is going to be attracted to you. So when I had on what I had on, I'm minding my own business. The whole point of me coming up there to get me something to eat, and when I left, um, it was this white man that opened the door for me, before he left and drove off and went by his business. This man before he drove off, this man opened the door for me. I told him thank you. He said, "You welcome." It had one thing, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It You know what? I didn't want to believe that was true. I used to get in my feelings a little bit, y'all. Come tell y'all something. I used to watch Shira, and when I used to watch Shira, I couldn't handle it because it was too true what she was saying. Like when you dressing classy, I'm talking about all the way classy. I'm not talking about halfway. When you dressing very classy and elegant, men love that. when you dressing very classy and elegant, you gonna attract those men who is classy and elegant as well. But if you dressing like, I hate to say this, but it's the truth. If you dressing like a little hood rat, hoochie mama, and you dressing like a little how can I say this? Chicken head. I use that. If you dressing like a chicken head, then you gonna attract chicken head men, if that makes sense. So I watched Shira. I haven't watched Shira in a long time, but y'all see I don't start back sharing Shira. So, you know, I always have, been in the back. I always have supported Shira. I always have watched Shira besides um Cynthia G. I found Cynthia G, then I found I think I found Shira before I found Cynthia G, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to confuse myself, but it was so long ago. But both of them talk about Dusties. Both of them expose Dusties. Um, and Shira, she was telling the truth. Like, I mean, if you want to attract a man, if you want to attract the right man, you gotta pay attention to how you dress. It's all about how you dress. A woman's supposed to dress very classy and elegant. You know, if you're not dressing like that, you're gonna attract men that you shouldn't attract. You're gonna attract Dusties. You're gonna attract Tyrones. Um, you ain't gonna never stop attracting them because it's what you wearing and it's how you wearing it. So if you dress dusty as a woman, you're gonna attract Dusties. Um, the only way you will stop attracting Dusties is if you stop dressing like you Dusty. If other than that, you're gonna keep attracting them, and you ain't gonna be able to get rid of them because of how you dress. The clothes you're wearing. It could be it is the clothes, the fragrance. It just it's what you wear. What they see. Um, I feel like women are. I feel like us women are visual creatures too, in a way, when it comes to certain things. But but to me, it's at the end of the day, it's all about the heart. The mindset. It's all about how a person treats you. Um, it's not about the looks. It's about how a person treats you. Um, but it is true, you have to be careful the way you dress because when you dress in a certain way, you're gonna attract a certain type of caliber of man. And it's gonna upset you because you're gonna be like, why do I keep running into these men? Why do I keep attracting these men? You doing it to yourself. And I used to ask myself why I kept attracting Dusties, why I kept attracting, I'm sorry, but I gotta say it, low effort Dusties that can't even afford what I'm asking them for. I used to be like, why do I keep attracting low vibrational men? And I told myself the reason why I kept attracting them is because I was bored. I was bored. I ain't had nothing to do. I ain't had no hobbies. I ain't had nothing to keep me busy. I was bored. And a lot of times as a woman, when you bored and you dealing with Tyrones, you will deal with those low vibrational men. You will deal, with those um toxic. situationships that you've been told yourself that you're gonna leave. You know, you've been told these men, I'm not doing this no more. I'm finna leave. I got more respect for myself. You know, but you will stay in toxic situations. Like you will stay in toxic situations. You would tell these dudes, you know, I'm leaving, I'm leaving, I'm leaving. But it's like the toxicity be so addicting. You know, it's like that's why, you know, I'm just glad that I'm not pro-black no more, because when you pro-black you will feel like, oh well, you know, you got to go through hell and back to prove to your black king. I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna say black king because you do got some black kings out here, some real black kings, but all black women don't meet them. But my respects goes to them. You do have some black kings out here, but you still gotta prove. It's like, even if it's a good black man, the way how black love is set up, you still got to prove. And the black woman got to do all the work when it comes to that part. You still, if even if you in a healthy, good relationship with a black man, I still have seen black women do all the sacrificing when it comes to the relationships or the marriages, because you still got to prove to this man that you is gonna be his ride or die. I don't want that. I don't want that. You know, you know, it's supposed to be healthy black love, but it's still like it's struggle love, because you have black men out there that will pay all the bills. They will pay all they women bills. Won't tell they woman to split bills and go 50-50. They will pay all the bills. Um, all the utilities, all the rent, however you want to put it, right? They'll do all they manly duties, all they man roles, and but still in return, you know what you gotta do? Do you know what you gotta do in return for this black man? You gotta be his ride or die. Because he gonna keep throwing up in your face. He paying all the bills, which that's what a man's supposed to do. Compromise and pay all the bills. How else you gonna keep your woman paying half of the bills? I don't think so. Eventually she gonna get tired of that and she gonna leave you. But anyways, I've seen even in healthy, even when what they call so called healthy black love, even when it's healthy black love, even when it's healthy black relationships, marriages, I have seen black women still make sacrifices. Even if their husband paying all the bills, they still gotta prove to this man that they is gonna be there for him no matter what. And they still gotta be in the kitchen slaving and cooking. Not on their time, on their husband time. So black love is like hard labor. It feel like hard labor, literally. It's like hard labor, because in return, this man wants you to cook for him on his time. All that pressure gonna be on you. And they feel entitled to that. And they gonna be demanding that, you know why? Because they feel like I'm paying all the bills. So I deserve to have this and I deserve to have that at this time, that time. So it if that was enough, if it was enough black love out here, don't you know people will be happy. People will be excited to talk about black love. People will be excited. You know, it'll just be something that people will just be so happy about. If it was enough black love, if it was enough genuine, healthy black love, and if when it comes to the collective, if all black men was emotionally intelligent and emotionally mature, and not emotionally immature, and could be open minded, have an open minded mindset and an understanding, and have a compromising mindset, a lot of black women, it wouldn't be feeling like, they wouldn't be feeling like when black women leave, it's like they don't turn their back on black men. It wouldn't feel like they don't you know, things don't went extinct, or how you want to put it, um that have, that have killed the culture. It's not poison, it's not a disease. Love has no color, and if you see color, you is just a racist person. It don't matter what ethnicity you is. If you got a problem with your own women expanding their horizons, and you did the same and you have done the same, you is an entitled racist. That's just being real. And I ain't taking it back, because the Tyrones, they're entitled racists. They are entitled racists. They are, because they talk to Becky. Okay, they talk to Becky's, and you know, the trailer trash ones, and you know, is hypocritical, and is an entitlement, because constantly you see Tyrones flexing and fronting and stunting like they got it all together, and they be bombs. Okay, living from this woman house to that woman house, and they feel some type of way that their women are no longer defending, justifying, accepting, tolerating, or putting up with them. And that's what they mad about. They mad because their own women, too many of their own women don't put them on a pedestal no more. Don't call them kings no more. And they miss being called it. Or enough for women to see you as a king, you gotta actually act like one. You gotta actually treat women like one. Tyrones don't have no type of self-respect for the, not even themselves. They don't have self-respect or self-control. And that's a video I'm gonna share with y'all about this white man talking about how real men, real, real masculinity and a real men believe in having respect, respecting people, and having self-control. Now, I hate to say it, but it's like white men be out here teaching Tyrones like they're in middle school and high school. It's like they be out here being their teachers, their psychiatrists, their therapists, however you want to put it. They out here teaching them they 1, 2, 3s and they ABCs all over again. They putting them back in school, and that's a shame. When you don't understand your own women, or you can't relate to your own women, or you don't get your own women, that's sad. That's sad. Other races of men should know your own women better than you. You should know your own women better than anybody, not other races of men. But I be happy, you know what I'm saying? Like I be happy when I see black women talking to who they want to talk to. I'm happy for them. You know, I ain't got no problem with it. As long as that person treating them right, you know. It's all about how a person treats you, you know. You know, black women that's not fully healed and got severe insecurities, they try to project their insecurities on other black women. That's the only thing I have a problem with. You want somebody to be a doormat because you a doormat. You want somebody to tolerate disrespect because that's what you tolerate. That's what you put up with. You want somebody to tolerate mistreatment because that's what you put up with. You want somebody to be desperate for a man because you desperate for a man. You willing to run behind and chase after a man and fight over a man and fight about a man. And you want everybody to be like that. And one of the pick me's, one of the black sisters on TikTok, she exposed how this woman husband look, which I already seen how her husband look, but she exposed how her husband look. And that man, Lord forgive me, but it be the women that had the audacity to try to tell other black women something. And this is the thing, this is what's funny to me. Just because you a single black woman, that do not mean that you miserable and unhappy. Do y'all know how many times I done been single? I could have got on here and I could have told all these Tyrones, oh my God, I'm on here and I'm single. And I've been single for this many years, for that many years. It wasn't their business how long I had been single. I could have got on here and told all my business like some black women do on social media. And Tyrone's would have been doing reaction videos. And they would have been obsessed and infatuated with trying to tear me down and single shame me and fearmonger me and tell me I'm gonna die if I don't get a man, or tell me what else? Basically, tell me that I'm miserable, I'm unhappy, and I'm bitter, and they the ones that be bitter, sleeping in a cold bed. Child, you got to know what to put on the internet, what not to put on the internet. It's some things you don't put on the internet. But what trips me out is you got these pick me black women. They love to try to pressure other black women. They love to try to pressure other black women and try to force and demand other black women. Not only they try to pressure you, but they try to force you and demand you to sit here and be willing to act like a man is the center of the world and act like a man is everything. You supposed to just center a man and revolve a man around your life, and that's it. A man, it's supposed to just be about a man, not you. Just about it's about what it's all about what a man want, what a man think, what a man desires. We don't give a fuck about what Tyrone's desire. We want our money back. That's what we want back from the Dusties. Our money. And I ain't got mines back yet. So, anyways, like I was saying, basically she exposed how her husband looked. And her husband is ugly as fuck. And he is a black man, but he ugly as hell. They is good together. Two ugly people make pretty babies. And I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. Two ugly people make pretty babies. So saw her husband, he don't even look decent. Not even decent as a I saw this man real good. I had already saw this man, but she got this man real good. I'm talking about she got this man picture real good. This woman sits on her TikTok saying that black women that are single, saying that single black women are miserable and bitter. Girl, you don't know what your husband doing. Your husband, this man got posts on his Facebook page about how you ain't smexily satisfying him or pleasing him. Anytime a man posts on Facebook about how his wife ain't pleasing or satisfying him, girl, it's somewhere you going wrong at in the bedroom. And that have been exposed. Like, girl, if your husband is on social media venting to other women about how you not pleasing or satisfying him in the bedroom, you supposed to be the biggest pit me on your knees. And your husband is complaining about he ain't getting what he's supposed to be getting in the bedroom. But you had the audacity to get on TikTok and try to talk down and talk about and bully and insult and try to degrade and belittle and fearmonger other black women to get a husband. Like a husband is the end of the world. You try to get black women, she try to get black women to just jump the broom with the first man they see. And if one of them black women die, the blood gonna be on her hands. That's how dumb she is. Because she act like a man is the end of the world, and she act like, she act like she can't live her life without a man. Desperately, she act like she can't live her life without a man, and she want other black women to act like they desperately can't live their life without a man. I have seen the man. The man is very unattractive. Very unattractive. That's her husband. Both of them, when it comes to both of them, they belong together. Like I said, two ugly people made beautiful babies. They belong together because not only she ugly and she look like a horse, but her husband, he's ugly as hell. How is both of y'all unattractive black people at that? How is both of y'all unattractive? How is Horseface unattractive and her husband unattractive too? Two unattractive married black couple. You can't be happy if you get on TikTok 24/7 trying to fearmonger your own yourself at that, because when you talking about black women, you talking about yourself. You being delusional and in denial and trying to act like you got amnesia. If you feel like you ain't talking about yourself, baby, you talking about yourself. Okay. Even though black women are not a monolith, you still talking about yourself because you're speaking on other black women. And it's not a good look. If you doing it 24/7, you sitting here talking about black women, you trying to fearmonger black women, you trying to scare black women, and you trying to not just fearmonger black women, but you trying to manipulate black women, and you trying to gaslight black women, and you trying to demand black women to be a pick me because you won, and you trying to demand them, and you basically telling them that they mad, and you try to sit here and boast and brag with pride, but you entitled about they personal life 24/7. You entitled worrying about single women problems, single women issues. If I was a woman, if I was a black woman that was married, ain't nowhere in the world I would be sitting here trying to be so invested in black women that's single. Be invested in their business, their problems, and their issues. This woman literally be sounding like the dusty Tyrones that can't stop whining and complaining about single black women. I can't count how many videos or how many lives I have seen about single black women or single black motherhood or single black mothers. Black women be minding their own business. And here you go, you got somebody want to be so invested and nosy, worrying about why black women are single and why they don't want a man. If black women don't want a man, and if black women say they don't need a man, who are you to tell them that they need a man and they want a man? No fucking body. And I really wish that TikTok could do their job and get rid of her ass, because there's so many black women that's tired of her. She need to shut up and go stick a ick in her mouth, because you don't even know how to please and satisfy your husband, baby. The last thing you need to be worrying about is getting on TikTok, trying to school other black women and tell black women and give other black women advice. Baby, shut up. Because you're not even pleasing your husband. He said it on Facebook, on his own Facebook page, that you're not pleasing him, you're not satisfying him. Please shut up, horse mouth. Shut up. Shut up, girl. Shut up. Shut up. Because you're not satisfying your husband, girl. Shut up. Stop trying to give black women advice. Stop trying to think you schooling black women. You need to be schooling yourself. Horseface needs to get off of the internet because she's embarrassing herself. She's not pleasing her husband. He have said that. Serve a post, this man said that she's not pleasing him. She's not satisfying him. And you supposed to be the biggest black pygmy on TikTok. Girl, get it together. You must not get on your knees right. You can't be. You can't be. And the audacity to still be trying to give black women advice and trying to be a dating coach when your own marriage is in shambles, girl. When your own marriage is tearing apart, when your own marriage is on thin ice, you trying to give other black women advice when your marriage is on thin ice. The audacity. The audacity. It's the black audacity. It's the lizard audacity. It's the chameleon audacity. A man is not the end of the world, honey. Don't you know if you die, a Tyrone gonna go on with their life and act like you never existed. Some black women are so dumb. Baby, if you leave right now, that man is gonna be with a whole nother woman. He's not gonna be with you. It's just funny to me. Like, I don't understand. So I don't understand. I don't understand these black women who try to bully other black women into being with low life, low vibrational men. The black women are not low vibrational. Their men are. Majority of them and most of them are very low vibrational and very dusty and don't have nothing going for themselves. And them are the men that they want other black women to be with so bad. Those men who don't have no type of motherfucking resources to bring. It's just funny and it's sad. Like it's sad to me. It's sad because you literally got so many black women that are like, girl, will you just give it up? Like, can you stop trying to pressure can you stop trying to pressure black women to get married? Marriage are not for everybody. Even let me tell you something, even God know marriage ain't for everybody. I mean, even he say that marriage is not for everybody. Like, I really wish that some of these black women will stop trying to pressure other black women to get married because they married. Okay, baby, if you married and you got a husband, that's good for you. Stop trying to want everybody to be like you. Everybody don't want to be like your ugly ass. Everybody don't want to be like you. Everybody don't want to be a horse faced doorman. Everybody don't want to be you. Everybody don't want to be you. Everybody don't want to be looking like a fool. Everybody don't want to be looking stupid and dumb 24/7 like you. And I bet 100%, I bet her husband cheating on her. 100%, I bet this man cheating on her. He looked like he cheating. And she's very naive and weak-minded if she think he's not. He a Dusty. He a Pookie. He a what they call Pookie and Ray Ray. I bet this man is cheating on her constantly. Constantly. Non-stop. But I can't count how many videos I done seen about single black motherhood, and then they'll switch it up with the titles. Sometimes they'll switch the titles up. They'll switch the titles up, and then but it be the same thing. They'll switch the titles. They'll switch the thumbnails. I can't think of how many videos I done counted about single motherhood, single mothers, single black mothers. Like, I'd be like, what is the obsession and the infatuation with us? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, find a hobby, find an activity, find something to do with your life. Is you that panini pressed? Is you that pressed, baby? You all right? You okay? You don't need to go get your brain checked or nothing. You don't need to go get checked. Maybe go talk to a doctor or something. Cause it's crazy. For real. And this what she do because she's scary. She like to sit here and the black pygmies, they always send the Tyrones. You know what I'm saying? Because they thing is they love to try to gang up on you and attack you. Gang up on you and attack you. And bully you because they're bullies. Janine is a girl. She's not girly. She's not feminine. She's very masculine. She's very much in her masculine era. Cause real ladies ain't finna keep explaining themselves. Real ladies ain't finna keep explaining themselves or finna study be trying to prove a point. But this woman love the validation and acceptance and the approval that she get. She love how her ego being stroked and how her ego being boosted for her ignorance and her arrogance. And her being one-sided and biased. Cause we all know that pygmies only gonna continue getting support and money from being biased, only being one-sided, you know. Not listening to all sides, but just being biased, cause that's how she get her money by being biased. And she always want to say somebody hurt. Baby, ain't nobody hurt. You the one that's hurt. You show your hurt because you bash and degrade your own kind, what you are. You was a black woman and you bash and you degrade other black women and you a black woman. You was a horse face looking ass bitch who has no life and your husband is fucking cheating on you as we speak, girl. Oh, horseface Janine. She don't get tired of getting roasted, do she? It's so many black women I done seen that done roasted her before I started roasting her. She just don't get tired of getting roasted. She just love getting roasted, don't she? She love getting roasted on TikTok. She love getting roasted on YouTube. She love for black women to roast her. Because she wanna be a female. She wanna be a lot of these black pygmies, they be trying to be a female Kevin Samuels and they bad at it. They don't articulate their words. They don't know how to articulate their words. They bad at it. They is bad at it. Believe me when I say they bad at it, they bad at it. Very bad. She don't get tired of getting roasted. I get tired of people roasting me. I get tired of being embarrassed and humiliated. I get tired. Eventually one day she gonna get overwhelmed and she gonna get tired. She gonna get tired of telling them Tyrones what they want to hear. All of them eventually get tired of telling them what they want to hear, honey. Because that's how they continue to get support and that's how they continue to get their bread up. But eventually one day she gonna get tired, honey, of telling of selling all these lies and all these dreams. Ain't nothing feminine about that woman. That woman is very masculine. Very much masculine. I don't see no femininity nowhere. I mean, I would tell her that in person. I don't see no femininity nowhere. I don't see you soft, baby. You rough. You very rough and hard. It's giving rough and hard. It's giving much rough and hard. It's giving masculine. It's giving all that. Okay? It's giving all that. It's giving Adam.